it. Enjoy. Put your morphin.
Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, 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 everyone. Let me
More food.
restart my capture. Hello, everyone. Why is that weird? Why are you not showing the game? There we go. Hello, Maeve. How's it going? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hopefully we can get through Alexander today without getting too many DDoSes or otherwise getting cray-cray. Oh, so what's on the agenda today, my friends? Well, today we do as much Alexander as humanly possible. Yeah. Yeah. So what the general plan is, because this is not a patch lock, so we don't care about unsyncing or anything. We will try to get a queue legit. If we can't, we'll just unsync it. Because this is more of a lore type run than you know, really trying to get be like super worried about, you know, getting things stuff. But I do try to get oh, why am I lagging? Why is my avatar lagging? Am I getting close to my... This usually starts to happen when I get close to... Give me 1 second, chat. Let me check something. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Game freeze. That's not a good way to start. Yeah, please be kind, FFXIV. Please be kind. The other thing is my system is being really laggy. This usually happens when my RAM gets low. Let me check my RAM. All right. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. Hopefully technical problems have been solved. What are we going to do first? Well, my friends, we have Cactbot to do. So let's go turn in and get our scratch tickets. Let's go! Scratch tickets! Show me the MGP, baby. First things first, though, we need to make sure that we turn in our jumbo Cactbot. Oh, sorry, Maeve. My Twitch bot is set so that it only goes for a certain number of caps or special characters. I may start ratcheting back on it a little bit if it becomes too much. Okay, consolation prize. Another consolation prize. And another consolation prize. 3 consolation prizes. I'm sad. I'm so sad. No winners this week. So we'll go 1 and a 2. Oh, yeah, it's totally gonna be it's gonna be totally next week. Next week, million MGP for sure. And not only will it be, and then we'll be able to get all the things. Speaking of, let's see, where are we at on our MGP? We can get something. Oh man, my avatar, come on. I'm gonna definitely have to, I am definitely gonna have to check in on my RAM-ish hard drive space, because this usually only happens when my hard drive gets full. Let me check. Yeah, that's a problem. Okay. What is eaten up? That is the issue. My hard drive space is really, really bad. Okay. I do. I did download this, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that because I'm not playing all the mods to the sky right now. Now let's check. 11.35 gigs. Well, we'll see if that works. I might have to free up more space. But hopefully that will keep my avatar and my game from freezing. Alright, back to Gamba. Okay. It's a gate. Streamer is having technical difficulties. All right. Let's get our scratch tickets. Six, 4, 2, 3. Well, that's bet. Out. We got an 8. Come on, Namiya. You need to bless me, Namiya. Come on. 6, 4, 3. One more. This is the big one. This is the. Oh, there's the 1. Is this the blessed run? Is it the blessed run? It is not the blessed run. Can we get second? We do get second place. I am not going to. I am not going to balk at second prize. Nope, not bad at all. All right, Gamba is done. Yay. Alright, so now let's go ahead and hop over to Mardona so we can progress this relic. No, we got important shit to do, Maeve. I.e. going to Mordona and progressing our quest for the relic. I do, however, at this point, have the fully maxed out Paladin ARR relic. So there is that. And I did so much PvP over on Primal to get my glam. I had to do like I had to get like 4,500 trophy crystals for the body, hands, and feet for this glam. And I was not going to do it on Golem after seeing a greater than 30-minute queue in the middle of the day. Thanks. I really do like it. I took some inspiration off a similar glam off of Eorzea collection. I switched up a few things. So there's Unholy. Oh my goodness, I'm going to have to... Oh... I am going to have to free up more space. What can I free up? Hold on. Is the trash emptied? Yes, the trash is emptied. Do I need... I'm going to move that there. I'm going to move that to the trash. Move that to the trash. Empty the trash. Still not a lot. The crazy thing is most of those files are on the cloud. I'm going to have to be resetting a lot, I think, today, and then dig into things off camera. Alright, so let's see, what do we need? We need one of these. This is going to be annoying. So, let's see, we need one enchanted rubber, one fast drying carbon coats, I need some divine water. And I need some fast-acting elegant catalysts. Oh, remember how I was talking about Odin? Well, every character that I have a white chocobo named Odin. This is the version on the streaming character, on the streaming character. The one I have on my main has the Suzaku barding. My boy here's got the Wild Rose barding, I think. Yeah, I think that's the Wild Rose barding. Yep, Wild Rose. On my main, he's got the Suzaku barding. He looks sick. He looks so good on my main. But he's the bestest of burbs. The bestest of burbs. Alright, girl. It's a fox. A pink fox. Get everything we need? Good. Hand it over. The weapon too. Ardashir's ready to work on the soulstone, and he won't shut up about it. At least now it'll all be over. At least now it'll all be over. Make it better. Good on you, lass. Now then, let's make us a weapon, eh? Immense and Ansel. Let's go! Anima step done. There we go, relic. Make me a relic, girl. I can't say before something quite so extraordinary. A weapon fit for your growing anima. Nay, something more than that. A beauty worth a balance. Almance, a sword without equal. Together with Ansel, the gods themselves be hard-pressed to lay a blow on you. Let's go. It is a fine-looking sword. And that shield, ooh. That shield looks really good. I like it. I really like it. It's a theory. It will. Once it's maxed out, it will be the glam piece for this glam. So what I tend to do is once I hit the max level, which to be fair I'm almost like 100 anyway, but once I hit like in game uh, or when I hit the last quest of the main part of an expansion, I do a glam that is kind of my homage to that expansion. So this glam is my homage to Heaven's Word. Thank you. Wait till Arena takes a gander at this. We keep this up and she'll be giving me notes of promise. To be honest, I once questioned what use I had for a drunkard with a hammer, but you've been proving yourself to be quite the competent blacksmith when you're sober. Zelda, I'm at a loss to how to express my thanks. You looked danger in the eye, unflinching, risking life and limb to help me. I hope someday I could repay your kindness. To be sure, she carried it around a bit, but I made the damn thing. Don't I deserve a little more than the left-handed compliments? What? The anima manifested again. When? Like right now. But I didn't see anything. Are you certain? Yeah, I'm certain. But I've got the echo. You can't see a bloody thing. Or as we like to call it in the Far East, Nama's blessing. Why is it that only you are able to see the anima when it chooses to present itself? Because I'm awesome. Maybe it's got no interest in the likes of you. Oh, Geralt, you're my spirit animal. I suppose the anima is not yet strong enough. Perhaps one day, after it is fully matured, we too will be able to behold its wonders. Only if you're very, very good. This calls to mind Zapnarian literature on the Zodiac Braves, legendary heroes who wielded arms of unparalleled strength. But soon they will tell tales of a new legend, of you and your anima weapon. Now don't be getting ahead of yourself, lad. There's no denying it's a beauty, but there's still room for improvement. You just said yourself the anima ain't fully matured yet. I do not need you to remind me of such things. I have kept a rather comprehensive account of everything we've done thus far. With all the data I've collected, it's only a matter of time before the next step in fostering the anima is clear. Which reminds me, Zelda, if you would care to read over my notes on your work, you are more than welcome to pore over them at your leisure. They're on the table just over there. That's the way, lad. Every step that brings us closer to finish this bleeding weapon brings me a step closer to a life free from debt in that gill-swindling wench Rowena. Your weapon has been forged anew, and the anima's strength blossoms. Anima Crossing! Yeah! 10 points! Anima Relic, Ansel and Almas, 20 points. Let's go. Okay. I think this is the next one. No. Let me check what my next quest is. Let's see, what is my next quest? Yeah, okay. Alright. Finding your voice. Yes. Oh, yeah, totally. Now, here's the thing, and this is generally true for how I'm approaching this. I'm showing off each relic once. So I go through. So like for ARR, I went through all of the relic quests on Paladin, and then I'll do all of the others on my own time when and if I desire, and the same will be true for Heavensward too. I'm showing the relic for Paladin for Heavensward on camera, and then all the rest I'll do on my own time. Alright, I think the next one for hyper conductive is finding your voice. Alright. I don't think I'll be able to progress this very far. I might have to do some off-screen grinding. We have made remarkable progress, Zelda. But our work is far from over. If we are to create a fully free-thinking weapon, we must empower the animal to do more than utter a few unintelligible words to its wielder. I could understand it. It said thank you. Moreover, it must be encouraged to recognize you not only as the rightful owner of the weapon, but also as a companion, to whom it can turn for guidance, a companion who senses its presence where no other can. Quite why that should be a question which confounded me for some time. It was only after spending countless days poring over my notes that the answer came to me. In my efforts to predict the animal's rate of growth, I realized that I overlooked an important variable. You, my friend. I am the only variable, sir. Like the most important variable. You would do well to remember that in your future investigations. Which is why I took the liberty of investigating you and your dealings in Eorzea. Fascinating reading, I'm sure. You are possessed of a rare power known as the Echo, are you not? Why, yes. I've read that it conveys a preternatural sensitivity to the psyches of others. And what is the animal but a nascent psyche? You're saying you've got to have special powers just to see the bloody thing? Special powers when only a handful of folks got. Hell, that's just great, that is. Even if Zelda and her Echo sporting mates buy 10 weapons each, they ain't like to spend the sums Arena's got in mind. Enemy debts are set to go unpaid, unless of course you've thought of the solution. As a matter of fact, I have. Unlike the quasi-souls of golems and other constructs, the anima is unique in that it was created using the pure, ethereal energies of astral and umbral nodules. As such, it bears no residual imprint of another psyche and therefore possesses the potential for cognizance and growth. Having no reason or desire to grow, golems can typically subsist almost indefinitely on the energy of their initial ethereal infusion. The anima, however, is quite different. Being in a state of constant development, it requires a constant supply of aether. And while it is capable of sustaining itself by drawing upon the naturally occurring aether of its immediate surroundings, I have theorized that a cause of its marked growth to this point is in fact its close proximity with you, Zelda. Your weapon serves as a conduit between you and the anima, feeding energy at a steady, albeit slow pace. If we could somehow improve the weapon's conductivity, I'm certain it would promote faster growth, enhancing the anima's ability to communicate. But that is not all. Should we improve the conductivity significantly, the resultant strengthening of the connection between anima and the wielder could, in theory, facilitate communication even in the absence of the echo, felling two birds with what a single stone. Which is where you come in, girl. Do you think you can improve the ethereal conductivity of our anima's lodgings? I can't bloody well say no, now can I? I reckon I should be able to get the aether flowing a bit freer than between Zelda and the anima, but it'll come at a cost. By improving the weapon's conductivity, it'll become extra sensitive to anyone touching it, and that includes me when I'm pounding on it with me hammer. My energies pouring into the anima could muddle up whatever relation Zelda's already got with it. I mean, if the bloody thing was to take after me instead of old Zelda here. Yes, I will not deny that taking after a man of your character would certainly prove problematic, but how would you go about preventing such contamination? Contamination? Cheeky little shite. Any anima would be lucky to take after me. Not this one. On account of how it sells. Don't go worrying your pretty little head anyway, because unlike you, I think my plan's through. It's a matter of making me tools impassable to aether, in case you're wondering. Luckily, I've done something similar before while I was working with another annoying scholarly type. We developed a little trick called soul glazing. Soul glazing. A little NSFW there, Square. It's used to insulate weapons, but me tools should be no different. Of course, I didn't actually make the soul glaze myself, but I got a fair idea what might stand for it. According to a glowing ball I was talking to, the Elegans used something called aether oil in their metalworking. It did pretty much the same job. It's sure to be rare, expensive, or a bit of both, but you've got experience with this sort of thing, don't you, lass? Yeah, which means you're gonna have me go grind for a bajillion years for stuff. So run along and find us 5 pots of aether oil for me, hammer and anvil. Will you? With none of us getting any younger. I am of course grateful to you for identifying a solution. It is but a pity you did not think to ask this glowing ball of yours where to acquire it. Maybe next time you could think your plan through a little more, yes? I apologize for this gross imposition, but I fear we must have that aether oil if we are to proceed. In the meantime, Geralt and I will continue researching how best to foster the animal's development. soul glazing. Here's his journal. What's in his journal? Study of anima. The creation of artificial life, such as that seen in arcane golems, has always been a fascinating subject. Yet there is something missing from these crude automata, a soul. While the soul is perhaps inimitable, my master and I were working on a way to improve these mindless drones. The soul houses the psyche. Oh, yes, Maeve. I totally understand the sentiment. No soul glazing from Geralt. The soul house is the psyche that makes us who we are. Practitioners of the arcane, we are able to channel ether from within themselves into soul stones, creating quasi-soul that can animate golems. The residual imprint of the channeler's psyche, however, robs these beings of individuality. Unable to manipulate their own bodily ether, an infusion of pure ether was the logical choice. The ramifications of this could, in fact, revolutionize automata. Without a residual psyche to hinder their self-awareness, they could think, they could learn, the possibilities are endless. Our goal was to harness the power of anima, the force used to traverse the light stream via aetherites. Yet try as we might, our experiments bore no fruits. Master deemed the project a failure and turned to other endeavors, but we were so close we could not simply give up. My last hope lay with the Charlians and their knowledge of arcane centuries, which led me to Eorzea. I came to speak with Mistress Rowena, but also encountered both the realm's most surly drunk and its finest blacksmith. Sadly, they are one and the same. After needlessly berating my plan to these base new trials on Charlian theory, this girl fellow proposed an ingenious idea, binding the aether-infused soulstone with a weapon in order to preserve the anima. This could not only stop the anima from deteriorating, but give it practical applications as well. This assumes his idea works, of course, but it's too intriguing to dismiss. In a stroke of good fortune, Zelda, a reputable adventurer of this land, has agreed to assist with testing. Enthused by the prospects of this animal weapon, Rowena has arranged to have us working as his lab, the famed seat of elegant technology. I wonder how one wields such clout as to make these plans on a whim, but I suppose it does not matter as long as at long last my master's dream will be a reality. Yeah, we'll look at all of that stuff later. I'm gonna go ahead and run a quick ad, just so that I can see if I can clear out some space so that we don't keep lagging out on my stuff. So I will be right back. Grab a drink, grab a snack, whatever you need, and I'll be back as soon as I can. Hmm. Yeah, that's gonna take some investigation. Alright, well, let's see. Where do we go to get this lavender oil? Or this aether oil? Yeah, it is. The thing is I can't figure out what is taking up the space, because all of my files are stored up in the cloud. So I'm at a loss of what could be sitting on my hard drive taking up so much space. A vexing situation, to be sure. So let's see. I need 5 total of these oils, and they're 350 each. So that means I need 1,750 poetics. And I have 50. Well, that tells me I've got to go do some poetic stuff. Which means it's Alexander time. It's time for Alexander, so we can get some poetics. Yes, Alexander, let's go. Let's talk to good old Slowfix. Disarmed. Is Uplander seeing it? Giant of armor, rising from river? The Stola and Sid leave to learn more, but not back yet. Greatest plight of Cobby flock. Giant is too big. Can squash Hildeshire flat? Where are Uplanders? Calm yourself, Slowfix. Ah, Zelda, 'tis well you are here, for our need is dire. A colossus of steam and steel has risen from the Thaliac. Yet it is no mere forgotten contrivance of Charlian. The resultant etheric disturbance confirms that it is a primal, and that it has been summoned amidst the ruins left for the river to reclaim. For mercy, it stopped dead no sooner than it had broken the water's surface. But so long as it remains in our realm, it may spring to life again at any moment. Yes, but what does Uplander find in Earthshatter? Is wilderness still heavy with aether? Nay, the aether grows perilously thin, and more swiftly than I could have imagined. The primal is bleeding the land dry. Should it be suffered to continue, this entire region will become a barren waste in a matter of moons. That's not good. No. Gummy has only just found home after long wanderings. Idleshire will not fall. Slowfix will not allow it. And nor will we. We've already spoken with Alfredo, and he concurs that the sires of the Sabaton must do all in our power to eliminate the threat. But given its size, I deem it wise to attack from two fronts. Our first and most obvious recourse is to keep our foe in check with blade and magic, much as we have done with other adversaries. Second, I propose that we attempt to cut off the flow of ether which sustains it, mayhap by physically separating the primal from the land. If we are to be rid of the Colossus, I think the latter course more promising. But I mean to enlist Master Matoya's aid in pursuing it. Matoya! She's a little old, but she's still a bae. I love me some Matoya. Yet such things take time. Thus I asked Master Garland to remain here and keep watch over our foe. Given its apparently mechanical nature, its expertise should prove invaluable to you. To you, I say, for I would leave the fate of Idleshire in your hands. Should the primal chance to stir ere my return, you are to join Sid in repelling it. An unenviable task, but one for which you are singularly qualified. Let's do it. Let's go. Rest assured, I do not mean to linger with Master Matoya any longer than necessary. The moment we find a solution, I shall make haste to rejoin you here. Well then, let us be about our duties. I will leave you to discuss strategies with Sid. Yes. Shh. Back to his keeper of knowings for Idleshire. I can say where Sid has gone. A blinder should start with Backrix. Well, let's go find Backrix now, shall we? Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, motorcycle, zoom zoom. Oh, flying, how I miss thee. I won't be able to fly for a very long time on my Patchlock character. Oh, speaking of Patchlock, I know that I had mentioned that I had been planning to stream Patchlock. Well, not stream so much as create a YouTube series on it. I have, of course, decided not to do that and make it kind of a semi-personal project. However, on the Discord that you can find down in the description and in the About section, I will be posting my progress screenshots and things like that on the Patchlock channel in the Discord. So if you would like to join that and follow along with my progress, you can find it all there. Exclamation mark Discord in the chat for the info. Backrix is keeper of knowings and data. What does our blender wish to learn about? Ah, a blender comes in search of Sid, yes? My thanks for sharing your knowings, Backrix. These Illuminati are indeed most hostile. Ah, Zelda, old friend, I haven't seen... You haven't seen your Stella, have you? Well, yeah, I just saw her. drained of all ether in a matter of mere moons. 7 hells. How much power does that thing need? Too much, plainly. Well, it sounds as if we have an urgent dismantling job on our hands. From what Backrix is telling me, the Illuminati are the most likely culprits. They have the knowledge to summon a primal, and the requisite short-sightedness not to think better of it. Fanatical captures their philosophy nicely, I think, their goal being nothing less than the sole ownership of all the world's technology. Needless to say, they're more willing to kill anyone who stands between them and what they want. Yeah, like their cheese recipe. Oh my god! They went hard for that cheese recipe. Like, Bravelock's long stop hard anyone? Quite how they managed to coax a primal into the hulk of a Charlene defense mechanism, I don't know. But it looks like they made themselves a tidy little fortress inside the Colossus. Well, indeed, to contend with them, we're to disable the thing. The cheese consumes all. Oh, hell, the cheese. We need to contend them if we're to disable that thing. As for the task itself, simply destroying whatever serves as an engine should do the trick, assuming it's in fact mechanical. But before all that, we'll need to find a way in through yet another bloody barrier. Psh. Barrier is not new. Rose up 3 years ago after ground made shivery shakes. Ruin was freed from riverbed then. Roundrocks was there. Saw with own 2 eyes. Roundrocks, sorry, who is? Daughter of Slowfix. Roundrocks loves junk more than all other gobbies. Was collecting then and is playing now. Look. Shiny junk and sparkly rocks, spinny bobs and whirly cogs. I'm sorry for interrupting, Roundrocks, but I need to ask you a question. When the ground shook 3 years ago, did something come bobbling up to the river surface? Bobbing? Nothing bobbed, silly uplander. Ground makes shivery shakes when giant of whirly cogs stood, and then magic walls came up too. So it wasn't Trimmer that freed the Colossus, it was the Colossus which caused the Trimmer. But you are absolutely certain you saw it rise from the waters, young one? Summon Hells. I think someone tried to fail to summon it 3 years ago. But was it the Illuminati or... So, Bravelock's comes to trade complex with Uplander. Ah, just a goblin. Slowfix tells me you're the resident expert on the Illuminati. Pardon me a moment while I consult my fellow Uplander. I'm from the steppe, thank you very much. Get your nomenclature correct, there, Sid. Zelda, if I may make a suggestion, I'll speak with Bravelocks. I've learned what I can of our opponents. In the meantime, could you investigate the Colossus itself? Biggs and Wedge are near where its hand landed on the shore of the Thaliac. Join them and see if you can't find a way inside the machine. Oh, and good luck with that barrier. Hello, Mayday. What was that quest? Did I miss that quest? No, we're not going to do the fate. is that quest? Blue Dragon Girls. I know, right? It's a good day when we meet Blue Dragon Girls. Zelda, come to see the Colossus, eh? The chief is us looking for a way in. Of course, there's a bleeding barrier around the thing. Another one. Lucky for us, when the big fella came down, its hand clamped under the shore here, punching a hole in its defenses and leaving that round portal there unprotected. Only trouble is, it's locked and doesn't seem to have the key. For want of a better idea, Wedge is listening into an Illuminati link pearl communications in hopes they'll mention the trick to opening it. Dee-da, dee-da, dee-dee. There's only one signal coming from inside the giant, and it's always the same pattern. I'm certain it's a code, and the Illuminati always uses code in messages. From what I hear, they've developed a kind of special kind of crystal, specifically for transmuting link pearl waveforms. If we could get our hands on one, the chief's decoding machine here should theoretically be able to use it to untangle the meeting. Quite where we'd find such a crystal is another matter. This outlander no round rocks. She makes great collection of junk and things. Maybe is keeping crystal at shortstop. Wouldn't that be a stroke of luck? And it just so happens I've been working on a means of identifying the crystal in question. Here, Zelda, take this 3G7-001B. Wedge, you're cute with your little onion haircut. Not gonna lie. But I would much rather you make me a tea kettle. I heard from Tataru you make great tea kettles. Sprinkle what powder there over this so-called collection. And look for anything that glimmers. It should contain the material we need. You may have to borrow one of Brown Rock's treasures. I'm sure she won't mind if you tell her it's for a good cause. I'm gonna remind myself what quest that is before I go talk to Round Rocks. Tataru has told me that the tea kettle Wedge made for her was the best. It was the latest of Magitech inventions. Oh, that's Saint Mosian's. Okay. Yeah, that's Saint Mosian's. I'm almost sure of that. Yep, that's the Arboretum. We'll do that when we start unlocking all the optional Heavensward dungeons. So, to kind of catch you up, Maeve, on where we're at, we've gotten all of the Heavensward MSQ up to 3.5, up to the end, and we've done Hildebrand for A Realm Reborn, and we've done all of the yellow quests. Now we're just kind of unlocking the raids, the trials, and so forth, and the optional dungeons before progressing on to Stormblood. So just kind of catch you up on the state of play, as it were. Shh. Here is treasure trove of round drops, but shh, it's secret from Big Gobbies. G3G7-001B. A hodgepodge mixture of seemingly random items from Wedge's workspace. The engineer claims it can be used to detect the absence of certain crystals within the solid matter, which is also why he has also asked that you do not ask him again about why it is called 3G7-001B. Mixed amongst the jumble of bits and bobs you spy a faintly glimmering stone. Shh, what is Uplander doing, sneaky taker? Treasure belongs to Round Rocks. Uplander needs it for giant of whirlicocks, but the glowstone is most favoritist treasure of Round Rocks. Alright, but Uplander must promise to bring it back, or Round Rocks is getting very angry. Oh, yeah, that just occurred to me. We can also progress the Vanu, the Vath, and the Moogles. I almost forgot about them. But let's at least unlock the first level of Alexander. Let's see how we'll if we have time at the end of the stream, before the servers go down. If we still have time, we'll do the we'll progress their quests. Ah, Zelda, no burns, I see. Oh, no reason. Tell me, did the 3G7-001B reveal anything? Yeah. It revealed this, glowstone, which is unsure of its origin. Red Rocks has given this light-emitting rock a compound name, a linguistic convention, a common of the goblin tongue. Thank you, and you have my word that I'll give it back to Round Rocks when I'm finished with it. Now let's take a listen to what the Illuminati are really saying. Goodness, all that infernal beeping is gone. Now it's a message clear as day. Let's see. Today's schedule for Gordius. Registration at 7th bell. Stop. Louse. The curl. Bull. The cubs at 3rd bell. Stop. Rest and recuperation at 2nd bell. Repeat. Today's schedule for Gordius. Choral lousing? But I'm sure that was the only message. This has to be some sort of jest. Don't be daft, Wedge. It's just another code. You need the proper crystal and the proper knowledge to understand it. Bleeding Illuminati. Should have known it wouldn't be so easy. Quite the conundrum you have there. It's Blue Dragon Girl! Let's go! Blue Dragon Girl! And she's a machinist. She's got a boom boom stick. Oh, I'm in love. But it's your lucky day. I'll crack the code as soon as we come to a little arrangements. I'm a treasure hunter by trade, and there's a certain thing I want inside the giant. I'll help you get inside. You help me get it out with it. Fair deal, no? The name's Mead, by the way. Charmed, I'm sure. You are aware that the interior is most certainly swarming with Illuminati, yes? Well, why do you think I came to you? There's strength in numbers, friend. Best we join forces, eh? Now, the words you intercepted are largely gibberish, but paired with numbers, well, you see, 7, stop, 3, stop, 2, wasn't it? You, the big one. I see the pipes atop the hatch. There ought to be a valve up there with a hand wheel. Imagine it's a clock and try turning it right to 7, left to 3, and then back to 2. I love how her horns kind of have a bluish tint to them. It's a nice touch. Ah, ha, ha, we did it! We did it! We did it! Yeah, let's go! So the Illuminati have been announcing the way to enter the Colossus all along. Strange. Well, done for a crack in the code anyway. I had less success, sadly. I'm afraid Brave Fox still knows a little more than we do about the Illuminati's plan or the Primal. Come, things aren't as bad as all that. We found a way inside the machine. We'll just have to learn about it as we go. It's only a massive mammoth after all. Stopping it should be as simple as destroying its core. If we send in a suitably intrepid team of surveyors, I don't see why we can't trace the machine's power back to the source via the struts and piping. Just simple as shutting down the core, is it? And I know just the woman to lead the party. What say you, Zelda? Let's do it. What of me, pray tell? You are the first draft pick. I opened the way for this grand expedition of yours. Surely that's earned me a place in your little band to hunt for my treasure. You did as you promised, and you may do as you will now, but only so long as your treasure hunt doesn't endanger the mission. Jeez, Sid. A little rough there, sir. She's just a dwagon girl. I'd join you if I could, but there's something I need to see first. I'll leave Biggs and Wedge in here in case of emergencies. Good luck, my friend. Fist of the Father. Let's go. Hide that for now. Let's get the party together. A1, let's go. Alex, Alex, Alex. The beauty, indeed. The beauty that is Alexander. Yeah, as my FC second in command said, free tomes. Let's try to get a group together for it. Alex, Alex. Alright, let's see what the queue looks like before we decide whether or not we will unsync this. Raid. Alex. 8 minutes. All right, Maeve. I'm gonna throw this one to you. What do you think? 8-minute queue time on Golem. Oh. Ooh, that was fast. Yep, the game decided for me. Let's see if we actually get a... Yeah, let's go. A1. A1. I love farming this for Grand Company seals. Such an easy farm for DC seals. It'd be nice if I had actually, you know, I don't know, put on my tank stance. Unholy being a great co-tank. Yes! Yes! The bangers begin! May the bangers begin! Oh! Yes! Yes! Headbanging cat for the win! They got it already. Alright, a pressure number 0.5. Come on, oh. Now it's just a rush to the end. GG's. Yes. A1 is in the books. A1 is in the books. GG. And there's some seals. I love farming that one for seals. So fun. Expertly done, adventurer. Thank you. I take pride in my work. Well, what have we here? What? Road rocks. Psh, sorry, round rocks cannot stay away. So many new treasures here. Treasures? Oh, you mean the odd bits and bobs? Well, little one, those Mackin are yours to take, and some of them are rather beautiful, I must admit. Uplander can tell pretty machines from ugly, just like round rocks. Round rocks is just so cute. No harm in adding one more to her company, is there? I'll keep an eye on her. Yeah, she definitely has kind of a blue glow on her horns. That's nice. Damn it! I was so sure. Psh, Uplanders are unwise to come, but most of all is Treasure Hunter. What she seeks is not here, not in all of Gordius. Lore Shock. Illuminati. Added the Black Kitty. As I live and breathe, quick thinks all thoughts, master of the Illuminati. Oh, gobbies are backstrapped with boom dust. Uplander shoots, everybody kabooms. Uplander ear catches stump flaps of master. Enigma Codex for plans making is gone. Illuminati are already undertaking Alexander initiative. Foolish Gobby. Secrets are kept silent. Tongue flaps never traded with outsiders. As Quick Think's not ordered so many times. Master, forgive noise-making of empty head, Gobby. Do not think... Please, Gobby will take any punishment, just not worst one. Now. What? Uplander is shooting gobbies. A boom dust does not harm uplanders. Blood. Uplander blood for fallen gobbiekin. I think now would be a good time to leave. Uplander has... What is Enigma Codex? Treasure? Yes, young one. My treasure. Yes. Bringing Hell's face to face with the head of the Illuminati, eh? Sounds like you've had quite an adventure, and this Alexander initiative has got me wondering You reckon it might be the giant's name? No sign of the core, though, eh? Well, we'll just have to look further in. I'll let the chief know, anyway. He'll be happy to hear that Mead and Round Rocks are safe, too. Those two haven't stopped talking about machines since they got back. Can't say I've never thought of junk as pretty, but each to their own. Alright, so Twitch is telling me we're going to have an ad coming up in about 2.5 minutes. So I'm going to take this moment to go ahead and run it and grab some coffee. And I will be back then, and we'll continue with Alexander. BRB. Alright. Yeah. Coffee acquired. Hope you enjoyed. I hope the ads were at least entertaining. At least I hope they were. Good show, good show. Steel and Steam. Big seems eager to forge further into the machine. Ah, Zelda, ready to have another go at finding the giant's core? Let me at it. Wedge, could you? Oi, Wedge! Stop listening to that bloody link pearl. We barged through the Illuminati's front door. They know we've broken their code. But I've just this moment intercepted a new communication. If you give me a moment to, there it says, oh, desktop blenders, desktop blenders, desktop blenders. I think we may have started a war. You think, Wedge? You think? Yeah. Cuff is now accessible. Do, 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 do. We may have to wait until Holly comes back to go and try to do a cup of the father. Looks like Unholy is AFK still. Well, let's see how long it takes for him to put his groceries away. While we are waiting for him to put his groceries away, let's go ahead and progress at least one of our tribes. So, that should be, no, let's get rid of that. Okay, so let's see. Let's say the hardest one to get to, and that's the Vanu. Yeah, let's progress to Vanu while we're waiting for Unholy to put away his groceries. In the sky cage over the sea. The new Valley has finally received word of her siblings' whereabouts. The difficulty will be synced. Zelda, at last, it's time to rescue brother has come. Zundu capture overly bold Zundu spy, and like flood after rains, answers pour from his beak after interrogation. Spy speaks of brother and says the Bundu plan to move him to Sky Cage, hanging at the cromlech. We must act now while the Bundu do not expect us. Such a chance may not come again. Make haste to the cromlech. Yeah. Let's see what the queue is. Three, 2, 1. 15 minutes. Okay. Yeah, no. Not waiting 15 minutes. Not when we're on the clock. Alright, we're going to go ahead and unsync this one because I am not waiting 15 minutes. I'll do it legit on patch lock. But we get more bangers! Thank you, Maeve. Enjoy the lurk. If you get a moment to talk, it will not go awry, of course. But enjoy your workday. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're on the clock. GG. It's an unsync run, but this is more of a lore type stream anyway, so it's okay. Uh-oh. Are we gonna DC? We might DC. We might DC. No, don't DC. Don't kick me out. Can I leave? Yep. It kicked us out. No. Let's sigh. Okay. That's fun. DDoS. Let's see how many people got knocked out. That's one thing that we are going to be dealing with probably is quite a number of dumps out for DDoS. Oh, really? This happens sometime with the client. It'll do this and then we have to repair. All right. Let me handle this technical issue, and once it's done, it shouldn't take too long. We'll be back with we'll try to get back into the game. So hold tight. Be right back as soon as I can.
397 in on my end.
Well, we'll see how many I have.
Well, this is when people starting to get off work. Mm-hmm.
Let's see, we're back. 32 in queue after the DDoS. So we don't get any more DDoSes, which quite rare considering how we've been. It's likely that we'll. Oh, do I have to do it again? Oh, story flag. Oh, that's pain. Sigh. Well, they get to do it again. We lost our other party member. No. No. Because why? Well, let's see if I can do it myself. No, wait for him.
Champion.